Welcome to Mystical Messages. I am Hilary Harley, your podcast host. I am a soul guide and astrologer. Mystical Messages is your podcast gateway to discover and learn about the realm beyond the veil, including all things intuitive, metaphysical, and the healing arts. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. That way, if you hear something and want to re-listen to a forecast or to check a date of a cosmic event, you may find it on the written monthly forecast on hilaryharley.com. Today, I am so delighted to bring you my monthly astrology forecast. We will be breaking down the astrology for the month of July 2023. And I have called this episode, Do the Thing You Think You Cannot Do. There was a famous quotation by Eleanor Roosevelt where, when confronted with the huge obstacles that the United States faced when her husband Franklin became president, she helped him to bear the burden of moving through the Great Depression and then the World War II aspects that they faced as a couple and as a nation. So we all know we are in a time of tremendous shift and flux and transformation. And we are fortunate in that June had lighter qualities to it, energetic patterns, lighter energetic patterns. This carries forward into the month of July. So we do have some cosmic shifts coming up that I'm going to discuss in this forecast for July 2023. But suffice to say, much of the struggle that the year began with that was really pushing and pulling us from stem to stern, psychologically, physically, mentally, emotionally. We have a bit of a respite in the month of July, and that began last month in June. So June's clear cosmic pattern is going to stay with us as July begins. This steadier, sturdier, and stable energy continues to serve us, especially after the tumult of 2023's first 5 months. This is surely a welcome relief. The party atmosphere stirred up by Venus and Mars in festive Leo continues well into July, summertime's peak month. So it's time to play like you mean it. Invitations to play abound as we head into the full moon over the July 4th holiday weekend. Fireworks are off to an early start on Saturday, July 1st, with the heavily waxing moon in adventurous Sagittarius aligning to the Leo, Venus, and Mars aspect. Can you spell F-U-N, fun? If you are hosting a party, getting married, or simply vacationing, taking a day off here or there, this is your weekend. We will all feel the larger than life go big or go home aspects. It may take a day or two to recover, but we have help getting our legs beneath us as the moon shifts into practical Capricorn on Sunday afternoon, where she turns full on Monday, July 3rd. Aligning to generous Jupiter in earthy Taurus, reality reigns with this full moon. Opposite the Sun-Mercury pair in sensitive Cancer, this moon makes warm memories with family or friends who feel like family. Radical Uranus in Taurus challenges Venus-Mars during the holiday weekend, encouraging us to lean into new patterns and replies, favoring your evolving values, those which are more financially sound, long-term, and grounded, rather than fleeting monetary fixes. There is maturity and wisdom about this full moon. It is grown up and proud to wear big boy and big girl pants. In its best expression, this full moon says, "You can count on me. I am here for you." Truly refreshing, don't you think? The beginning of July marks a changing of the guard of sorts, sober yet playful. It says, you can have a fun, really super awesome time without spending a ton of money, right in your own backyard, enjoying the simplest pleasures and without using recreational substances. Yes, it can be done. Grounded, reality-based, and efficient energy rises further when motivating Mars shifts into hardworking Virgo on Monday, July 10th. For the next 6 weeks, Mars gradually aligns to the Lunar North Node, Jupiter, and then Uranus, giving us very fertile soil to plant our dreams and the ambitious muscle to get the job done. If you have a large task to accomplish, this is your window from mid-July through August. Time for the heavy lift. You've got this. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, you must do the thing you think you cannot do. The caution here is that the very next day, Tuesday, July 11th, Messenger Mercury turns into festive Leo, challenging the lunar nodes. At mid-month, watch for impatience, something like people acting like toddlers throwing tantrums, whiny resistance. And it can be coming from you yourself, as well as others. Your work will get done, but not without others testing you, questioning you, or perhaps even you harboring unrealistic expectations or placing demands on others who might perhaps be helpful if they understood your ideas more clearly. Definitely avoid drama queens, and do not create unnecessary scenes yourself. In short, check yourself. Pause. 1, 2, 3 before replying. These are pivotal days indeed that test our versatility and adaptability. You may feel life pushing your buttons, that you are auditioning for the reality TV show Survivor, that every day is one big survival of the fittest competition. So it is vital to remain focused on your goals and your bedrock values during mid-July. Fortunately, this energy dissolves heading into the new moon in nurturing Cancer the Crab on Monday, July 17th. The comforting and compassionate Cancerian sun-moon align helpfully to spiritual Neptune. We really do know the way to go. We know the answer. If only we listen to our deepest self. Awakener Uranus aligns to the sun moon as well, bending our will toward what feels most loving and caring for ourselves and ultimately others as well, whether they realize it now or not. If you are not in the habit of radical self-care, this is your new moon. Time to embrace what feels right for you, regardless of what others say, think, or do. Enter the Aries Lunar North Node. For the past 18 months, our evolutionary calling, directional true north, indicated by the Lunar North Node, has been cycling through earthy Taurus. Now, the day after the new moon, the North Node shifts into Aries the Ram on Tuesday, July 18th. It is critical to note the difference in the energetic quality. For the past year and a half, the Taurus North Node focused our individual and collective values, whom and what we value in ourselves, others, and life. It included moral and spiritual values, such as the right to life versus the right to control our own bodies, banning drag shows versus parental rights, as well as the more material aspects, the everlasting bottom line, return on investment, and show me the money. At mid-month, a shift occurs when the North Node now moves into Aries. The primal spark, the initial sign of the zodiac, Aries is action-oriented, up for anything, pioneering and trailblazing energy. Unlike Taurus, which deliberates, chews slowly, considers, Aries runs. By the end of July, you will feel a different energy pulling you to get a move on. Initially, we are still so acclimated to Taurus's plodding pace that a period of adjustment with a fiery new developmental energy at play. Like dipping a toe into foreign waters, we are not so sure how this energy feels. Whether we like it or not is irrelevant. It is here to stay for the next 18 months through the end of 2024. So rather than deciding if we like it or not, we're better off figuring out how to use it to our advantage. Many will resist and push back, especially when the sun enters Leo on Sunday, July 23rd, opposing powerful Pluto and challenging the North and South nodes. We might feel stuck in a rut, face stiff headwinds, or even confused about which direction to go, like a strong push-me-pull-me syndrome. Whenever this occurs, it's a heads up. It's our cosmic cue to pay attention. Hit the pause button if this happens. You can dig your heels in and try to force a situation or relationship that is just not meant to budge. Or you can surrender to life's current. Use this pause and moment wisely and well, because Venus turns retrograde on the very same day. From July 23rd through September 4th, valuable Venus cycles in reverse gear, inviting us to review our relationships, our worth, whom and what we value. She tells anyone in a hurry, not so fast. Just wait 1 minute now. Venus rules all of the yummy aspects of life: love, money, and relationships. Who doesn't want more of all of those? During its 6-week retrograde cycle, how we manage this energy is key. Here are some basic do's and don'ts for Venus retrograde. Do take a vacation. Relax and unwind. Review your relationship to yourself and others. Reflect on how you earn a living and manage your money. Reconsider your skills and talents and how you might develop or tweak these to earn more. Reunite with old friends and people from your past. And here's what to avoid, or some don'ts, during Venus retrograde. It's best not to start a new job, career, or financial venture. It is also a time to hold off on beginning any romantic relationships. Avoid buying expensive items, particularly luxury goods, real estate, cars, boats, jewelry, and accessories. Venus retrograde cycles are notorious for temptation, overbuying or overspending. Also, returning to unhealthy former romantic partners or relationships, or investing in something or someone without doing your due diligence. So it is especially important to pay attention to how you spend your time, energy, and resources while Venus cycles through Leo, a fire sign known for its generosity, extravagant, and gambling nature. With Venus in Leo for an exceptionally long stretch, from June 6th to October 8th, due to its retrograde cycle this summer, make sure you watch your wallet as well as your heart. Be careful not to throw money, time, and attention at what you already know does not work or what you truly do not need. Instead, employ the RE words, similar to Mercury retrograde: review, research, reflect, relax, renovate, renew, remember. Fortunately, Messenger Mercury comes to our aid several days later when it enters down to Earth Virgo on Saturday, July 29th, gradually conjoining motivating Mars over the following week. Mercury steers our minds and words toward grounded and efficient systems and practices. Yes, the sparkly jewelry is indeed lovely, says Mars Mercury, but if you splurge, how are you going to pay your utility bills? Does it use guilt tactics much? You bet. That is Virgo's forte. So before you reply to an old lover or press the buy button online, ask yourself if this is a truly worthwhile remedy for any temporary hole you are attempting to fill. That brings me to the end of this episode of Mystical Messages. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast to check dates of planetary events and cycles, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in today. Please join me again in 2 weeks when I will bring you another fabulous healing arts guest. I wish you many blessings as you journey forward.